beautiful Blessed Spice family. Welcome back to Let's Talk Tuesday. You guys, I am just filled with joy, peace, happiness, and love. I'm just loving life, and I'm just moving right along where God has put me to be, right? He has put me in a position to be doing the things that I'm doing, and I'm loving every bit of it. First of all, He has put me in a position to be sober, and that is the most amazing part of my life and my journey ever, is being sober for 5 years. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Thank you. That's all I can say every day is thank you, Jesus, for giving me this opportunity to be, sorry, you guys, I had the air conditioner on, and I know that's going to be all at the beginning of this video. Maybe I should start it over. Oh my God, maybe I should start it over because I know it's going to be all funky and loud, but just bear with me. Anyhow, you guys, I'm hoping that you guys liked the last video, how I started drinking, and also the other video of how I stopped drinking. So I hope you guys liked both of those videos, because I'm trying to, get in where I fit in with my audience. I'm trying to build an audience of sobriety, people that are in sobriety or this on their way of to becoming sober, and then just trying to find out, things and ways to go about it. Because let me tell you, it is a difficult situation, a difficult thing to do if you're trying to become sober, right? Especially when you got all these high-risk situations and all these triggers, and just the lifestyle that you live and you've been living, and you learn to live from it. Because whatever I've done in life, I learned from my mom, because when you are a kid and you watch things go on in life with your parents, that's what you've known to know, your core belief. Okay, drinking is okay. That's what I learned. That's what I know. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I function through life. And but when you get older, you got to change those core beliefs into something different, especially if it's not good core beliefs and things like that. So anyhow, you guys, I really came on here today because I was coming to work and I was watching, I don't know if you guys watch T.I. and Tiny. They're all over their internet. They're all over everything. And I catch a glimpse of them. I was watching Tiny when she used to be in the group Escape. And I love their music. I love watching them in Escape. And the group broke up for some reason. I forgot what the reason was, but they broke up. But anyhow, Tiny married T.I. and it was like, okay, they just look, people make things look so perfect on the outside. That's why I try to be very open and honest with you guys when you're watching me, because I don't want you guys to find out some kind of shocking thing. Oh, she lied. And that's why I tell my story, and I'm truthful about things that happen in my life, right? So they put on this persona that they just have the perfect, family. And of course, the son, King, he's always been speaking out in different ways and different notes and saying that, okay, you're not the perfect father, and stop trying to act like you're the perfect father. He says it in so many ways and so many words, but since I've been watching it, since I've been tuned in to T.I. and Tiny, their big divorce, that it's true. He was saying things like that, right? But the thing that I want to talk about today is we're going to talk about the ultimate betrayal. Has anybody ever been in the ultimate betrayal of a best friend, of a lie that went on for years and years and years behind your back, and you never ever had a sense of it? Have you been through that? Let me tell you something. When I was listening to this story, I was like, the ultimate betrayal is bad when it's your friend. When it's your friend who's been around you, who knows your deepest, darkest secrets, the person that you tell everything to, right? You tell your friend everything about your relationship, about your secrets, about what goes on in the bedroom, what goes on here and there. Guys, I couldn't believe it when I heard it was the girl, when I used to watch their episodes of I forgot what it was called, the mansion house or whatever it was, but the lady, her best friend, was always in the videos, and she was helping her out. She was, helping the girl out, all these things, and she was always in the videos. And come to find out that the ultimate betrayal is she slept with T.I. And not only that, she is pregnant, and it's T.I.'s baby. And T.I.'s been secretly going to the clinic, wherever the lady was, visiting, going through the ultrasounds, going through all the things secretly. And then he's been secretly paying for all this. And you know what the girl had to say to Tiny when she confronted her friend? She goes, well, he told me that he was leaving you. I don't give a damn if the man was leaving her or not. That's still your friend. Your friend still crossed lines. She crossed boundaries. You crossed the ultimate boundaries of being with her man. Even if T.I. was messing around with other women, doing other things, you still don't mess with my best friend. That's my best friend, somebody that I confided in, who I let into my home, who I let into my life, who I shared intimate moments, secrets, all kinds of things with. You do not cross that boundary with your friend, right? Come on, tell me some stuff in the comment. What would you have done if that happened to you? You got your best friend. Next thing you know, she's sleeping with your husband, and next thing you know, she's pregnant. I mean, that is unforgivable. I'm sorry, but that is the most unforgivable thing in the world, is for your best friend to sleep with your man. And then you have to sit back and think about it. When I was at work, or where was I? What was I doing? Where were they going? So it's everything it has been a lie, has been total lie. So now people want to throw up that King. It's not really T.I.'s baby. You know, once you look at King and you look at T.I., they kind of don't look alike, but King really looks like Tiny. But then when I look at him even more, King does have T.I.'s nose. I mean, you know, some kids really totally look like the mom, or they really totally look like the father. Like my daughter's kids, I'm telling you, they look like the daddy. The oldest daughter looks just like the father. She don't look nothing like my daughter. Zilch like my daughter. Like my daughter looks exactly like me. She don't look nothing like the dad. You know what I'm saying? But who freaking knows? But I tell you what, the ultimate betrayal is that can't top anything, is you, my best friend, cheating with my husband. Oh my God, guys. That is just beyond belief. When I heard that, I was driving in the car, got my stuff on, and it was flashing up on the YouTube. Oh my God. I said, are you kidding me? And you know, Tiny got a divorce, this and that. You know, she stayed with the man through him in prison. You know, a woman will do a lot of things to stay with a man. They ride hard. They ride really hard, right? Even when a man's spouse dies, a woman will not pretty much get with another man. She would just stay single, you know, if she's an older woman. She would just stay single for the rest of her life. But a man, this is just my own opinion, would have, within a year, have already got somebody else, already remarried, already done these things, right? I don't know if they're scared to be lonely. I don't know what the heck the situation is. But let me tell you what. I'm single right now, but I know my husband, he would want me to be happy. You know, he's passed away. But it's been 5 years, and I tell you what, he wants me to be happy. Now, if I find that person, of course, that person has to, not be like my husband, but have qualifications that's, not filling the gap or anything like that, but just has to have the qualifications just to make me happy. I guess, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm looking for, right? But I tell you what, I don't care how that plays out. There's no forgiveness. The friend, canceled. She's canceled. Everything that you've done for her, she has done so much for this girl. I mean, I used to watch all the Tiny's episodes with her and that girl in the show, doing what they do, right? And I tell you what, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Now, Tiny, she doesn't have the best of looks, but she's a pretty woman. But she could do better. She could just go and move on. That's what I would do. If that happened to me, I would have to just suck it up, buttercup, and I would get stronger. I would get harder. I would move on. I would do better. I wouldn't get in no other relationship. I know that. But I wouldn't even have to show anything. I'd just move in a different way. I would glide in a different way. I'm telling you guys, it's just hurting. It's just hurting to hear that, because that happens, that happens. People, not even just with women, with men, the ultimate betrayal, that the best friend slept with his wife. Why? I mean, why? help me understand this, family. Help me understand what really goes on in the minds of people who does things like that. I don't know. And just like with me, my sister, I never was attracted to none of my sister's men or husbands or none of that. And it's vice versa. So we didn't have to worry about that. You know, I've never slept with none of my none of my sister's men. I never crossed the line. You don't cross that line. You don't cross that line, family. Even if the man was to come on to you, dude, what you doing? You better stop it right now. Or I'm telling my sister, you better get it together. You better shake it loose. You know what I'm saying? You got to be the one to cut that off. Don't fall into the okie doke. Don't fall into what the man is saying, your sister's husband, whatever. If he's trying to come on to you, you better cut the ties right there and tell him you're going to tell, and you better stop it right now. You know what I'm saying? Don't be like, okay, I'll meet you in the stairwell or something crazy. The ultimate betrayal, guys. That's the ultimate betrayal. The ultimate betrayal of ultimate betrayals. You know, I can't think of nothing no harder than that is doing that, especially if that's your best friend, been in your house, played at your house, slept at your house, ate with all the gatherings, was always with you guys, always around, and you just, I don't know, family, I don't know. But anyhow, I wanted to talk about that, the ultimate betrayal. Have you guys had any experience with somebody doing that to you, or being with your husband, or being with whatever, just, you know, behind your back? And after you done gave so much, like Tiny has gave so much into both of those relationships. She gave so much into her husband's relationship, and she gave so much into her best friend's relationship. So she is losing out on a lot of things, you know what I'm saying, friendship-wise and husband-wise, you know? So, I mean, that's a big gusher to the stomach, to the back, to the neck, to the eardrum, to whatever it is. So, oh yeah, I just pray for her every day so she can get back on the right track and get on the right road and everything like that. And like I was listening to King, the son, say he never really stayed with them. He stayed at the grandma's house. He said the only time that he ever went over there is when he was on camera. They didn't have them staying over there. They was at the grandma's house in the hood. You know what I'm saying? So the T.I. making it seem like T.I. was the main one making it seem like it was this big happy family, and it really wasn't. You know, Tiny was never, I never really seen Tiny be in control. It was always T.I. He had an image to uphold. It's all about the media, social media, how many, you know, clicks and views and likes and everything. You don't want anybody to see that you are not who you portray to be. That's why I try to be as honest as pie, because I don't want to be portrayed as nothing but me, a recovering alcoholic, a person that has been abused in her life, a person that has hard times, but did this, done did that. I am not perfect. I am not perfect. But you know, hey, let me tell you, to God be the glory, I tell you. But anyhow, guys, thank you so much for riding home with me. It is so gloomy and rainy in Georgia today. I mean, it's so gloomy, but it's beautiful. And this ride is amazing. It is always amazing when I'm driving home, looking at the trees, if you can see the trees in back of me, it's just trees, trees, trees for days. But anyhow, guys, I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to go and check out Cooking with the Spice Queen, Cooking with the Spice Queen at Cooking with the Spice Queen. Go check her out. She's doing Freestyle Fridays over there, just putting some food together, some dishes together, some seasonings together, and it's enter at your own risk, because she's really throwing the seasonings together just like that. Anyhow, love you guys. Holla at your girl. On to the next video. Smooches.